Yeah, SK, yeah, absolutely. Oh no. Oh no.
Perhaps also, maybe they felt a separation with reality as well.
What? This is the
But what about you?
pensive part.
Are you really alive?
I'm a ghost.
You're such a joker, operator. What were the first words your mother taught you as a child?
Yes, yes, this is what it's like for me every single time. What the fuck? You can only unlock at the very end. Great.
Ready? Start! Five, four, three, two,
Core.
one. Time up!
Core. No, stop voting for cock and balls. Hey, wait, what problem do you think we're trying to solve here? Do you remember what led us here?
You keep voting for cock and balls, we'll have to do it again.
Yeah. I don't know if I needed dialogue to tell me that. There are books here. Okay, I didn't want that anymore, but that's where that is. So now I'm looking.
Cannot be blamed for this. Play something now. That's really.
Yes, yes, this is what it's like for me every single time. What the fuck?
Aren't there any instructions?
Your heart. One is Bing, and two is reality.
I think this is Bing.
Bing is killing it. Bing is winning. Oh no, reality's coming in.
Because that's what the quiz is.
Chat. Egg. Enjoy your soup. Head to the elevator hall.
The elevator hall.
Run.
Okay, yes.
Hello and welcome, Raiders. Hello, Raiders from the Gongwei. Happy to have you all aboard here. I don't know how to find out. I don't really have to work out. Let's all say egg as much as possible. Oh, now I see. I forgot what the egg.
Eggs and eggs, eggs and eggs and eggs, eggs and eggs and eggs, eggs and eggs and eggs.
Listen to me, Rio. You know I care about you. Leave the dangerous stuff to me. Take an escape shuttle out of here.
Hey, what should I do?
Why are you still
Kill him.
here?
Okay, I'll try that.
What's this key for?
The door, maybe? Door. Let the reporter take care of doors. What I'm trying to. Can I ram? Green. Forward.
Yep.
Tony the Tiger time. Red!
Forward. What?
Red!
Instruction.
I don't trust you, so I want to say forward. Forward. Yes, thank you, Captain Tom. And I had to fill in the gaps using strangers' legs, haggis, and animals. She's built like an extra thick tree ball. Mom loves being a hoverboard, but first you need to understand this hoverboard was deeply unwell. It could flip-flop wheelies. It could floop the loop. It bled. It bled. Always. Add Meg Truck Egg. The category of Meg Truck does not exist. Creating the category of Meg Truck. New Meg Truck added. Egg. New Meg Truck added. Mug Tree. Yeah, very nice. And he's rolling a random Meg Truck. It's 0. It's broken.
Are you Team Gun?
Gun. I don't make the rules. Oh no, I did make the rules, but I'm not currently enforcing them. It's the computer that it's a program I made. I guess I am responsible.
Listen to me, Rio. You know I care about you. Leave the dangerous stuff to me. Take an escape shuttle out of here.
Hey, what should I do?
Why are you still
Kill him.
here? Okay, I'll try that.
We can't do it without you.
Now that's a shot.
Shit.
Look at that, over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Just a little
Yeah.
ram.
Yes, you're right. Okay.
Middle eye. Right eye, right eye. Middle eye. Right eye. Run. Dodge left. Dodge left. Dodge right, dodge right. Right eye, right eye. Middle eye, middle eye, middle eye. Red eye. Red eye. Red eye, red eye.
Just until we get back to Earth.
Look at cup.
You say blue cup, but there are 3 of them. Be more specific.
Look at the cup.
You say blue cup, but there are 3 of them. Be more specific.
Look cup.
You say blue cup, but there are 3 of them. Be more
Look.
specific.
Look at cup.
You
What's this key for?
The door, maybe? Door. Let the reporter take care of doors. Well, I'm trying to. Can I ram? You're saying sorry to the developers out there.
Man, that thing looks brutal. We wouldn't stand a chance against it. Make sure you stay back.
All right.
Funky, I do not promise I'll be saving the women. Not to say I'll be intentionally killing them, but I don't trust myself to... You've got 1 minute. If you're not going to elect yourself, exclamation mark me in the chat if you want to be champion. No, I have. Nice try, but I have guarded against that.
Yeah, good. Just a little test.
The amount of really obvious shit I need to... Hello, good evening, welcome everybody, come on in, sit down, brains off, fingertips at the ready. It's time for 2 hours of unmitigated, all of our thoughts coming out of our brain. I feel like my brain is like a flannel that's been wrung all the way out and then sort of just left outdoors.
Thank you so much
Thank you
for
so much
triggering
for
the
triggering the
welcome
welcome
bear.
bear.
I love seeing new faces in
Birmingham New Street,
and I love
and I
seeing
love
this
seeing
community
the community grow
grow
from strength to strength.
strength.
Thank you very much for the 6 months, Lucy Lefty. Morsel Barrel, have you watched Dragon Ball Super? Do you have any thoughts about the... Oh,
Thank you
thank
so
you so much for triggering the
the
welcome bear.
I
I
love
love
seeing
seeing new faces in the chat.
And I
love seeing this community grow from strength to strength. Welcoming everyone. I love seeing some new faces in the chat, so thank you all very much for triggering the welcome bear. Tonight we're going to be doing Crypt-O-Cartography. It's a new, hopefully recurring stream, if it is any fun and if it is any good, wherein I invite you to tell me your real-life eyewitness stories of paranormal phenomena, and we will chart them all onto a Google map, and for the custom icons we'll be making images based on your testimonies using Photoshop and a back and forth discourse. This is a call-in stream, so there will be a channel open in the Discord called Crypt-O-Cartography. It's just in the general category. You're not already on the Discord. Here is how you join. And if anyone does have any paranormal events to add, that is where you can come. I, of course, can probably add some of my own to pad and fill. I'm also going to be using something called My Maps in Google Maps, which means that the... do you know what? I need to edit the bot. The bot's going to try and describe the stream. I haven't updated that. Hello and welcome to Crypt-O-Cartography, placing your eyewitness paranormal events on a Google map. Subscribe to the map here. Did I leave my jar in the kitchen? Yeah, could you bring it in, please? I'm a bit spaced out. What's my words per minute? Incredible. When I'm typing full flow, honestly, I feel like Son Goku. I'm pretty good, but actually, I'm not a very. I touch type, but I don't do it very well. I don't really use the home keys so well. My form is pretty poor. You can tell I'm not classically trained. Thank you very much. Cheers. Anyway, I'm in that voice channel, and in the meantime, Infinite Referendum is now available to everyone to start an Infinite Referendum. And let's even check that it's working. What's your favourite cryptid? And of course, all the triggers and stuff that were disabled for normal game, they are back with a vengeance. And as a reminder for Wednesday, the way this works, Lucy Lefty is already demonstrating. Mothman's very good. What's that one from West Virginia? What's the can you explain cryptid? No. Nope. Cryptid. Let's see. Define cryptid for me, Google. An animal whose existence or survival is unsubstantiated, such as the Yeti. I guess that is probably the technical term, but essentially it's the catch-all for monsters and weird little things. Though really, cryptid probably more specifically refers to like weird kinds of fish that like only 5 scientists think are real, rather than, for instance, an alien. But cryptids now kind of refers to anything, any unsubstantiated sighting. Oh, what have we got? 1 for Mothman, 2 for Geth, 3 for Mothman, which is beating the first Mothman somehow. 4 for Daddington, 5 the Flatwoods Monster. That's the one I'm thinking of. I'm very fond of the Flatwoods Monster, so I'm going to pop that in. 6 for SK Vader. I don't know who that is. 7 for Big Cat. Is that Big the Cat or just a Big Cat? Or no, the Big Cat's on the moors. We're talking about UK countryside big cats. What's that gay ghost one? I don't think there is one. Old Stinker, something like the Yeti. Pink Casper, Chupacabra, Mothman but more mothy. Okay, is this an OC? Noel Edmonds, Paul Bearer, a weird kind of fish. Sean Morley, that's... I think I'm provable. I think I'm demonstrably real. 18 Fiji Mermaid and 19 Option 19. And Option 19 as well doesn't really meet the criteria for cryptid because Option 19 is real. I can see it right now. SK Vader is hair plus... Oh, hello. Let's learn. We might have to learn something here. Oh, okay. Skvada, or something like that. Apologies for the poor pronunciation. I will learn Swedish pronunciation at some point. It's dawning on me that I just ought to learn by now. Hello, PD. Okay, shall we see what's won? Infinite referendum, generate result. And that will still count, even if it's before your animation is completed. It will still count. Generate results. Oh, why have you crashed then? Sometimes it crashes. It crashed once in normal game, and then I just restarted it and it worked. I will need to work out what's happening there. Not now, though. Not now. Should we try another one to see if it just now randomly works? Do you know what? You all have the power of infinite referendum now, so go for your life. Yes, so this is the Skvada. It looks like this. And I love it. It's got wings. Oh, and it's got vampire teeth. That's very nice. That's not fair. My nan's still going, just about. She's hanging on in there. Not because of the blondness. I think she's just getting on. This image is named Volpatinger. So the way this works, this is the map here, and you can all... why did yours not add? But then Geff added. Hang on. Hang on, Bread Sansa, you did dog with a gun, but then added Geff. Is that right? What's happened here? Is it adding all the old options? What? It never didn't do this on Wednesday. It's never done this before at all. Yeah, I know. It's probably because of the crash. It's because of the crash. It never reset the spreadsheet because the spreadsheet resets at the end. So I'm gonna have to generate results for this, and then it crashes. All right. It's gonna be one of those streams, isn't it? By which I mean a good stream. All right. Let's work out what's going on here, then. If someone was to come in and tell me about a ghost, hey, go for your life, eh? Okay. Let me just take a little look at why this is happening. This doesn't work. This is the cause of the crash. This command line. Why? Do you need a little bit of time? Do you need a little delay? I'll do that. Oh no, I can't delay it. I can't. It's in a repeating loop. Hello, Funky Mr. Chicken. What's the premise of the stream tonight? I'm so glad you asked. I am making a map of all the paranormal events that everyone in the community has ever eyewitnessed. So, it has 3 parts. 1, we've got a Discord call to act as a general late night public access radio style call-in show. People come in, they're going to say, Sean, I've seen a paranormal event, let me tell you about it. I create a Photoshop image based on their description, and the story gets put onto this map along with the image, and then this map is public, and anyone who uses Google Maps can download it and overlay it onto their world map for the rest of their navigating life. That's the premise. We got storytelling, we got graphic design, we can concentrate on the prose, horror writing, and we've got an artifact in the form of a real map we can all share, love, and make pilgrimages to. It's multifaceted, is the hope. It's the belief. Did I hear a person? Hello? Oh, were you a ghost? Oh. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Oh, congrats. Congratulations on the niece. Hang on, actually, sorry, I need to. You're not audible. Let me. But I'm going to try and get an audio capture. There's a way of capturing. Let's see if I can. Could you speak a little bit?
Hello.
Nice.
Testing. 1, 2.
Coming through loud and clear. That should be good.
Oh, good. So the ghost noise that I made didn't go through.
You've now got an opportunity to do it again.
Ooh.
There we go.
Ooh. Anyway, so I don't know if this is a ghost story, but it could be. My niece was born the other day, and I'm not very good with directions or many things, but so what my mum does is if I ever need to go to the hospital, she records her walk, kind of like the take a walk thing, and she'll walk so I can watch the video of my mum walking to the place, so I can follow it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And when I watched the video, so I went to go and see my sister and my niece about 5 hours after, and the same woman who didn't work there went through the same door at the same time that I went through the same door at the same time that she did on the video. Now I don't believe in
You've
ghosts.
lost me. Sorry, you've lost me on what's happened here. A woman walked through a door at the same time as you, or is there something more?
I was watching the video that my mum made, 4 hours earlier, to get to the place, and
it was like a directions video.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the same woman walked through the door on the video in real life at the same time. Now that could be a ghost, right? That's a weird coincidence after 4 hours. Not confirmed ghost. And also I probably just wanted to get you started, do my bit, give back. Hello?
I'm just trying to rewrite this as a ghost story. So far I have, on a haunted stormy night, a woman walked through a door at the same time that another woman watched footage of that woman walking through the door earlier.
I probably shouldn't have come in.
No, this is good. This is good. This is like The Ring, isn't it? Have you seen The Ring?
Yeah.
That's a very famous series of books and movies about about a scary watching a woman go through like an opening. In that it's a well, in this it's a door.
It was a very weird experience, and my mum thought it was a ghost.
Oh, was
She
in
said
the
it was.
okay, and so this door, because we're going to have
It
to
was
put
just a
something
door
on
to
the
a
map.
stairwell.
In a hospital.
Yeah.
Can I
If you
get the
wanna
name of
make
the
it
hospital?
spooky, you can say it's an abandoned hospital.
Well, I need to put this on a map, so there needs to be a location in the real world this corresponds to. Is it Rotherham General Hospital?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll add to the map. Yeah, we'll add this pin.
And I have my mum's video, and also the video that I took of the woman after, because I didn't think my mum would believe that the same woman. Which is strange, because ghosts usually can't be seen on camera, can they?
Is that true? Is that true? I thought a lot of our evidence for ghosts is I thought people love pictures of ghosts.
You can't see them in a mirror or on camera.
You can't see a ghost in a mirror.
That's just what I heard.
From who?
I don't remember.
There's an M&S in there's an M&S in Rotherham General Hospital.
Yeah, that's where the video starts, actually.
Oh really? And there's an Amazon locker as well.
Amazon locker and Amazon do the Amazon ring, and it's like the ring.
Oh, that's good. Maybe I'll drop our pin by the Amazon locker there.
What?
Maybe I'll drop the pin because there needs to be a single pin dropped on the map.
Yeah.
So we'll call this the incident of the double camera door woman ghost. The double haunted door. How about that? The double haunted door, because she was haunting the door in the film and in real life.
I think if I went back and went through the door and played the video that my mum made, I think she would be there again.
Yeah. Oh, if you watched the footage again, she'd still be going through the door.
No, if I watched the footage and was there again, I think she would appear in real life.
But she'd also be doing it in the footage as well, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
So how do we tell this is a ghost story or anything? On a haunted, stormy night?
It was day.
Okay.
But yeah, we can say night for the...
Was it stormy?
Yeah, pretty stormy. There was a lot of wind.
On a haunted, windy day. That's quite spooky.
You can say night. I don't mind. It's, you know...
Well,
we could say that it was hard to tell.
Yeah, okay. On a haunted, stormy, ambiguous time of day. A woman discovered a videotape of a woman going through a door. So sorry, you were watching this video because you were using it for directions. And that's why
Yeah.
you were in the same place as the video while you were looking at the video.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my mum walks round. We're holding the camera as she's walking and does the
Yeah.
walk to the place.
I see. Was following an instructional video on how to walk through a hospital. However,
I have to find the baby.
on how to find a baby, a niece. However, everything that happened in the video was also happening in real life, like Groundhog Day.
Yeah, because I was watching it and walking at the same
1987,
time.
1983.
Sorry?
And in the video, a woman walked through the door and said, "You will die in 7 days." However, when the woman watching the video came to the door, there was a ghost. Do you think that's okay, or do you think that's over embellished?
I mean, when you describe it, I just think of what, like it takes me straight back. So I think it's.
I think
do you know
there's
what I mean? Like, I don't think what's that story about. It reminds me of
yeah.
my niece.
Hi-Fi Lowlife says cut the fat off it. Okay, let me just generate the results for this poll, if it even works. Cock and Balls came second.
Again?
Yeah,
Is it-
I think people are going to be submitting Cock and Balls to the polls all the time. It didn't work. I don't know what's wrong with it, really.
Mug tree.
So are you happy with that telling? Hi-Fi Low Life says we need to trim the fat off of this.
Where's the fat?
Egg.
Yeah, I don't know. Hi-Fi Low Life, where's the fat on this story?
Mug tree.
Egg.
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 Mug tree.
Too many words. Okay.
Egg.
What word should I remove? I'll remove one word.
Door? You could remove door.
That's true.
It's sort of implied, isn't it? So it's superfluous.
Well, it's not implied because door only appears once, and so without it there, you would never know that there
Yeah,
was a
that's
door
mystery.
even.
That's the
Yeah,
fat.
that is true. Yeah, that is the fat. The fat's the bit when we find out what
Mug
happened.
tree.
Oh, Hi-Fi Low Life says haunted, stormy, ambiguous is a horrible opening. Do you know what? I have to agree.
I think you only put that in there because it wasn't an actual too scary story. So I will take responsibility for that, I think.
Yeah. I'm changing that to just a haunted, stormy midnight. That sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can see with my eyes that all the bits you nicked from the ring should be winning now. Oh no, Ghost is second. No, all the bits you nicked from the rings now.
Are
Let's see
you
if-
describing poll results?
Yeah, I'm still. My brain is on whether or not I need to really take a spanner to this polling system. Nah, they're voting. Just let them have their fun.
I think this might be too much, but maybe the ghost woman has a spanner and it attacks me with it.
Yeah, okay. The ghost woman is smiling from ear to ear, holding,
Literally.
wearing overalls, and holding a power tool, and saying, "I'm here to fix the electrics."
Yeah.
Following up with, "There's something wrong with the security lights in the maternity ward.
And I say,
They
but
keep
there's no
flashing."
electrics here. What's the problem?
However, everyone knows there's no electricity at Rotherham General Hospital. It's all powered with gas.
Sorry.
Okay, let's see if it can generate a correct result. To my eyes, Ghost should win. Doesn't work. It's just broken. It's just broken. I don't know what's wrong with this. Why are you being like this?
Are you talking to me?
No. Okay,
Your Discord profile picture is terrifying.
what do you mean?
It's
me.
Well, it's not, is it?
What do you mean?
I mean, it is. But like, you've got bright green eyes.
Yeah, it's how I see myself.
Yeah. I hope you're okay.
Yeah, I'm as fit as a big dog.
Aren't big dogs usually more unhealthy than smaller dogs?
No, small dogs are ill. Small dogs are bred to be ill, so they can't run
That's
away.
not true.
Yeah,
That's
they
not
are.
true at all.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, small dogs are bred to be ill.
No, because big dogs are the ones that are bred. Small dogs are just small by chance.
No. Dogs were born big, and then they get bred old. They're bred old and young
They're born
and
big.
small. Yeah, they're born big. Yeah.
They're tiny. Are you winding me up? What's going on? I don't know. I don't know anything about dogs, to be honest.
They're bred big. And then they were normally big, and then they were bred small. You think you think little lap dogs and stuff can survive out in the woods?
In the woods, yeah. No, but big dogs are bred big to fight other dogs, so it's like the biggest wins.
Yeah, just like in nature. And so when dogs got little, that's unnatural. That had to be done via.
Aren't dogs all unnatural anyway? Aren't they all created by humans?
What do you mean? The original dogs were wolves, right? They were invented by God.
Yeah, then they're not dogs if they're wolves.
Wolves are dogs, aren't they? The OG dogs.
Yeah, they're similar, but like dogs came from wolves.
I think we're agreeing. I think we agree.
Yeah. No, I'm saying we're agreeing.
Yeah, well, me too.
Yeah. No. We're not agreeing.
Dogs were born big and then they were bred small.
Actually, maybe I think you've actually turned me around because wolves are big, right?
Yeah,
So
they're quite big, yeah.
So to get to a dog, you have to kind of.
But they're not
to
as
get to a
big as
small dog,
Scooby
sorry.
Doo.
Small dogs are further away from wolves, I think. So. Yeah, you've won me around. That's what I like about you. You got a lot of charisma.
And I never give up.
Yeah.
And I never
what
back
is it we
down in the
say?
face of new information.
What is it we say? Why give up when you can keep on going?
That's true. Keep on tronking. Let's see if we can generate a correct result to this poll. Otherwise, I'm just going to become despondent. Is that correct? No, clearly not. No, okay. I will have a look at this. Ava, can you have a look at the following image? Do you think that accurately reflects your experiences, or at least the story that we're trying to tell?
Hang on, I don't have Twitch open because I'm on my phone, but I will.
Yeah, if you're able to just glance at the stream, just to sign off on this. How close is that to what you saw?
That is quite close, to be honest.
There we go. That's perfect. So that
Especially
might be
the way I
our.
hold the phone.
yeah. Well, the 3-fingered grip.
That's the only way you can do it.
It's very advanced. You're never going to have your phone slip out your hand that way.
Yeah. I have no notes. You did all that while we were talking?
Yeah.
And also trying to fix the poll and stuff.
Yeah, this is my stream. It makes me tired.
What is it we say? Why give up when we can keep on trying?
Keep on tronking. So I'm thinking that could easily be our very first. That's our very first ghost story, and it's on the map. The recurring woman of Rotherham Hospital.
Recurring woman. That doesn't sound very scary. Have you got a better name?
No, it sounds good. It sounds classical. It sounds like classical gothic horror. The recurring woman, like
No, but recurring's like a math term or like a programming term. It's not.
No, things recur. Things look. Sure, numbers and sequences could recur, but so can women.
Yes. No, I'm not saying women. I'm not saying women can't recur. I'm saying that you're the person who came up with like the infinity referendum name. The recurring woman just sounds really not scary.
Well, Groundhog Day is scary, and that's just about recurrence.
Groundhog Day is not scary. It's just a
Groundhog Day.
It's just...
No, it's existential. It's Synecdoche, New York is scary as well.
Yes, okay, fair enough. But if you say...
If I got Synecdoche, New York, I'd be pissing myself.
Hang on. No, but I'm saying the title's not scary. It doesn't... And you're saying, yeah, but Groundhog Day is scary. And I'm like, yeah, the film maybe is existential, all that stuff, but the name isn't scary.
Yeah. Whereas if it was called The Recurring Bill Murray...
Yeah.
And it showed him doing like a Macaulay Culkin scream, but there's like after images of him like an animorph sort of fading into the background. Then you'd know it truly is a scary film.
You've lost me there. I don't know where the animorph Bill Murray fits in.
So here's what... Okay, let me just... Groundhog Day. I'm going to look at the VHS... Groundhog Day. Oh, they're showing actual things of the actual Groundhog Day ceremony. VHS cover. See, it's Bill Murray sort of, he's trapped in a clock, isn't he? And so that's a bit scary because it shows that he's imprisoned.
scary.
But what I would do, right? I'd get something like Bill Murray screaming. Oh, yeah, like here he is in Scrooged.
Scrooged.
Yeah, and you could grab that image of him screaming.
What's the point here? What are you trying to get at? Because I was just saying the recurring woman's not scary, and maybe it should have a scarier name. And now you've shown me Bill Murray in a clock.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going on.
I take your point. So how would you fix this and make this scary?
What, just the name?
Yeah.
The Forever Electrician. Hello?
I'm struggling to edit it. I feel like I'm missing something. I'm just trying to work out how to edit it.
I was having a technical problem. Did you hear me give the name?
Yeah, I did, and I had my own technical problem. So you like the Forever Electrician, and you think that's scarier than the Recurring Woman?
It's scary. It's still not great, but I kind of froze, to be honest. I found it difficult.
Well, what I'm going to do,
Gaga?
what I want to do, because the fact that people are triggering the infinite referendum but it doesn't work, is sending me. I want to, given that this ghost story is all but complete except for the title, I'm going to fix the infinite referendum, and then we'll use that to title it, and that can be the first pin in the map.
Have I arrived? Am I here?
You are here. Hello.
Right, well,
hello.
goodbye.
Thank you for being the first ghost story of the evening, Ava.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Bye, Ava.
Who have we got here then?
It's live.
Ah, King of the Paranormal. Let me make a proposal to you. I really want to fix this infinite referendum. And then we'll get to your paranormal event.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
It was more of, I don't think I've used Discord since the last time I spoke to you on Discord. So I was just kind of wondering if I
You're a bit bassy. I don't know if there's anything you can do about that, but you're a bit low.
I think that's my masculine charms.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely high T loud, but I'm wondering if there's some EQing that could help.
Let me go. God, this game's odd. But I think it's just because I can't hear the stream.
You sound a bit clearer now. I'm just going to run a couple of debug infinite referendums so that I can get to
It's
the
your
bottom.
Stream. You can do whatever you want.
I can, and yet I feel completely at the mercy of Lots of things I've made that don't currently work. Okay, and could we just vote for a couple of things? And what we're going to do, it's going to print out into the chat some debug messages that are telling me what it's doing. Don't do too much because it will. Yeah, that's already enough, to be honest. So, infinite referendum generate results. It's not going to actually generate the results. It's just going to tell me what it's loading into the spreadsheet. Now that looks correct, right? That looks correct. It logged things in with the correct amount of votes, and those are the options that you all put in, right? Okay, so that step is correct. So that's reassuring. I am going to slow it down in case one of its issues that it's doing things. No, I can't afford to slow it down. Maybe I can afford to slow it down ever so slightly so it's more time to log things. Now I'm going to debug the next step, and I'm going to put a printout in the chat so it can sort of tell me what it's doing as it goes. So we're going to run another test. Is this the debugging stream? Not for much longer if it goes well.
I feel so awkward. I really should have hung up about 3 minutes ago when you told me to. But instead I'm just sort of heavy breathing in the background now.
I never told you to. I was hoping that your breath... Oh, you don't have to. You're very welcome here. As long as you don't mind.
I'm awkward all the time, so I'm just sort of lurking in the background here.
Maybe this could be some exposure.
Yeah. Sorry, I meant I read something in chat.
And could some people just flurry some votes onto those? Just type in 1, 2, 3, or 4. So the step I was checking before is that it's saving things into a spreadsheet. It looks like it's saving the right values. That's got the titles with the right votes. So something's probably going wrong with the next step when it shuffles through the same spreadsheet again. And the thing it seems to not like so much. Yeah, I don't quite understand the cause of the crash. It's sounding like a variable doesn't exist by the time it needs it. I don't know why. Okay, so now infinite referendum generate results. Result number 1 is test with... Oh.
I think everything won apart from... Sorry, I'm so far behind on the stream as well. I'm going to be quiet then, sorry.
Okay, that's really useful. I'm finding out that it's just struggling to get what the votes are. It can pull out... Is the text correct? Test transition from town gas to natural gas? Fart party? Those are all the right things. It just doesn't have the number of votes, right? Have I got that right?
Apart from it's the choice you have, it does have the right... It's reading nothing correctly. Question mark. I think. Everything won apart from because they had votes, apart from it's the choice you have which has 0 votes, which is showing as 0 votes.
Yeah, and that's consistent with the error that it's printing out when it goes to look up how many votes things have. Okay. But it saved them all in. It saved them all in the first place. This is beyond now. This is. Sorry, but infinite referendums on ice until I fix this. This can be the forever electrician. Now,
I hope I didn't add unnecessary pressure to the proceedings there by just being here quietly. Doing it.
No. Just the thing of trying to fix something quickly on stream and realizing that the problem is more confusing than you thought it was. Especially because it was working on Wednesday. But I don't know. I'll give up my weekend to.
Mug tree.
Beautiful.
So, Laub, you are going to be our second point on the map. Where are we headed?
So this is a personal experience. So let's go to Brixton, London. We may. I think, and I don't really have geography, but maybe someone in chat can confirm this. I think is it. In fact, I'm almost certain. Like Brixton Market has a big railway bridge across it and lovely sort of metal Victorian arches, so it's very near Brixton Market. I don't actually remember exactly where it was, but I might recognise the street. Okay.
Maybe we'll go on to.
Let's call it. Should get a bearing.
Would dropping the little man help?
Probably not. No. Oh yeah, I think that's maybe Brixton Academy. So maybe head towards not Brixton Academy.
It's been suggested that it's by the.
Head in the direction that we were facing there, towards the building with the minaret.
The building with the what? Sorry.
There was a building with a copper dome.
Did you say a copper dome?
A copper dome, yeah.
I'll go back to Brixton Market then, and
yeah. I mean, this is just approximate, so we could probably call it. Could you just come back out to the map again? Sorry, just the last view you had kind of gave me. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the stream, which is obviously some seconds behind. I think let's just call it somewhere in Rushcroft Road.
okay.
I don't remember. It's somewhere around the middle of that area. Let's call it. Yeah, I think.
This looks to be fancy offices.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Hello, Nasal.
I'm sorry.
And follow that van.
Egg. I'm going to outpace the van. So where are we here? We're on some sort of public square.
Yeah. Oh no, this isn't right. Maybe go the other way then. And basically, if we can find somewhere that looks a bit like a Victorian terrace, that'll do.
A Victorian what?
Like a Victorian sort of terrace house that has very, like, that's been put into very thin sort of houses.
Egg. I see a copper dome.
Yeah, I was just using that as a sort of guide. Let's just find somewhere domestic relatively nearby. Because it was this is an encounter that took place probably 12 years ago or more. So it's right, and I think it's the last time I was in London. So it's a little bit foggy of memory, and it's been quite a while since I recalled the event. So it might just be.
So I'm just looking for any Victorian terrace.
Okay.
Milk tray.
Yeah. I kind of recognise that bit because I had a really nice Ethiopian breakfast there somewhere. Oh, yeah. This looks good. Head that way. Just keep going.
Okay.
I think at the end of... I think just like, along this street.
Yeah. Okay, we got some terraces. These look...
I think these
ones look quite old. I'm not sure if they're old enough. You can't tell because
it's close enough. Let's just stick a pin in it around here.
No way. Let's sneak off. Let's sneak down some weird little road.
Right.
Let's sneak down here. Oh, we're back at the van. We're back at the van. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, this is the street. I swear,
Rushcroft Road. Rushcroft Road. All right.
Right. If you come, yeah, that's good. That is good there. I don't think it was there, but it was very close to there. And do you want a title, or shall we do the
title last? Let's get down. What happened?
I mean, you've got a pin in. So, and this is my most inexplicable encounter, I would say, in my life. I'm a big fan of the. We've discussed this on previous streams, but I'm a big fan of the sort of supernatural, the extra dimensional, etc. So I've always been quite keen to have an experience, yet have never had cause to. And in this situation, I had no real cause to expect this. I had been doing some gigs with two other friends of mine from Glasgow, and we'd done a night in Brighton, and then we were visiting a friend and staying over with a friend of theirs in London. We drove up from Brighton to Brixton.
What kind of gig was it?
It was an event called the Outer Church. It was basically just a bleepy noise, a weirdo noise and techno night. For someone that is now, I believe, the editor of Wire magazine, or some sort of position like that. But I don't really speak to them anymore. So we'd been at this gig, and we're staying at a friend of one of the people I was with. House, him and his wife and his kid. House in Brixton, possibly in Rushton Road. And so we kind of got there late-ish in the afternoon, but still a bit hungover from the night before. It was quite a full-on night. Just going to have a quiet one. So we got there with our sort of bags and stuff. And it's one of these houses which is very narrow. It's like one room wide, but it's 2 rooms deep, and then has like 4 stories plus a basement. If you know the type of house that I'm meaning, it feels like quite a specific thing. I don't know if it's specific to Brighton or to Brixton, but yeah. So basically, we got there, and there was discussion about who was sleeping in which room, because there was plenty of spare. You know, there was an office, there was a spare bedroom, and then there was the basement. So the other 2 guys immediately were like, "Oh, we'll just take the room with the double bed in it and just top and tail. I was like, yeah, okay, fine. So I was assigned the basement, which was a perfectly lovely little. It's one of those houses where the front door is at street level, and then the basement opens up onto a garden. So the back of the house is lower than the front of the house. So the basement itself is sort of a lovely bright airy room, big French windows onto the garden, and the Brixton train line was just at the bottom of the garden. Yeah, Victorian terrace, Jan. So yeah, we were still a bit hungover and everything. We went out for some tea just along the road, as in our dinner, sorry, Scottish tea. And then a couple of beers, and we were maybe by like 10 o'clock. We were just done and had a long drive back up the road the next day. So thought we would just turn in, and the guy who we were staying with had like 2 kids under 5, I think. So it was a fairly early bed house anyway. So everyone kind of went their separate ways. I went down to the basement, which had a lovely futon in it. Everything's fine, and then got myself kind of settled down for the night. And then started to feel a little bit unusual, is the best I can describe it. I started to get a little bit staticky around up my arms and the back of my head, and I was just like, this is weird. Maybe I'm just still recovering from the previous night's escapades, or maybe it's colder down here than I thought. Whatever. And then over the course of the night, I mean, sorry, I've taken so long to get here, and it's not even that exciting story. But basically, for the next, from like 10 or 11 o'clock at night until 6 the next morning, I was absolutely terrified and got increasingly more uncomfortable and static. This feeling of sort of static around me, and I was just like, this is very unusual. It was so bad that I had to about half an hour in. I just had to put the light on because I'm like, what is going on here? My brain is not enjoying this experience at all. And I always have an iPod with me, so I thought I'll just stick on some music and just try and style this one out, whatever it is. It's a new experience anyway. So got my iPod out, and I don't remember what I was listening to. It's not relevant. And it made the click of death and basically rebooted completely empty. And I was just like, okay, this is annoying and strange and unfortunate. So I kind of just spent the rest of the night feeling absolute sort of oppressive terror is the only way I can describe it. But fully inexplicably, I wasn't scared there wasn't a thing scaring me. There was just this absolute air of horribleness. And so I basically lay there all night, just kind of freaking out. And I think it was about 5:30, maybe 6 o'clock, I could hear the wife and the kids had come downstairs to have breakfast. And it was the kitchen was on the floor above, above the basement. So I heard movement, and I thought, right, that means at least I can justifiably get up soon. So I kind of just pottered about, tidied up a little bit, and went upstairs. Kind of sheepishly came upstairs and let's call them Lisa, said, "Oh, morning, do you want some coffee?" I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." And she said, "How did you sleep?" And I went, "Really not. I didn't sleep at all. I was incredibly uncomfortable." And she said, "Yeah." I was just like, and that was it. And I just thought, that's strange. And it wasn't until we were in the car on the way back up the road that the two people that I was with had both told me, like, one of them had full-on sort of sleep paralysis, a woman on his chest stabbing him, horrors down there, and the other one had some sort of encounter. And I was just like, oh, that's really, like, had they told me of those experiences before, I could rationalize, I could imagine myself, I could freak myself out with their scary story. But it was completely sort of, there was absolutely no reasoning behind it at all. And when they both said, "Oh, we've had like basically similarly themed horrible experiences down there," I just find it fascinating. So I was scared of, essentially, I think I felt like I was most frightened by a cupboard with a wooden door that was at the bottom of the stairs, which I don't think it even had anything in it. I didn't open it. It didn't rattle. There was no moaning. Nothing. Tried to touch me. Just a little weird wooden door that wasn't even in the room. It was just sort of outside in the hall, but within. I don't think there was a door on the room, or the door was like open, wedged open with clothes and stuff, because it's just a spare room office thing. So yeah, I mean that's sort of it. So I was scared of a door, maybe, but it's something that I've never experienced it before, and I've never had it since. It was just full on. This is and it was almost physical. What what my kind of skeptical, rational brain thinks is that because that room is below street level, and basically there's a solid. So under the street is solid. Then there's the room. Then there's the train line at the back of the house through the French doors. So the kind of rational skeptic in me wants to suggest that it's possibly an infrasound, like basically a huge bass trap, which has a huge like physio psychological effect on our brain that basically makes you. It can make, in extreme cases, it can make people hallucinate, but on the main, it just makes you feel really freaked out by stuff. So it could have been architecture, could have been ghosts, but it interested me a lot to discover that everyone that stays there hates it and barely sleeps, and that's kind of it. So it's quite a boring real life experience rather than being assaulted by a lady with a hammer.
So I've made an image on the stream. Let me tell me if you think this is.
Could we make the door whiter?
Whiter?
Would that be possible? It was like painted white, glossy white paint. But beyond that, that's actually quite. You could maybe replace the ghost with some French doors with some grass outside.
With some French doors with some crap outside?
Sorry, grass.
Grass.
There's a little garden out the back.
Oh, I thought you were underground.
Yeah, well, yeah, this. I explained it badly. The street level is where the front door is.
Oh, and then it
the
dips. Yeah, sure, okay.
But the basement has French doors out the back that opened out onto the garden and then the train line, which is where I my brain kind of thinks that an infrasound pocket could easily be there, but similarly, it's an old Victorian house and it's London, and I believe around Brixton there was a lot of I think there was a lot of like civil unrest around Brixton in the Victorian times, and I did like a little bit of researching it at the time and didn't really find anything much. That pointed to your standard ghost causing
egg.
Oh yeah, that's the door. I hate it.
I don't like the way that door looks. That if the door looked like that, then your fear would be entirely normal. I don't know if
sorry.
I don't know if you didn't draw attention to it because it's accurate or because you haven't seen it, but I have put a massive bowl of baked beans next to the futon.
Yeah, that was there.
Okay.
That could also be the explanation. I believe large beans are a common haunting sort of. Sorry, I realised as well. I said that's exactly it. Probably about 30 seconds after you did it, it was a white, glossy wooden panelled door that was the correct door.
Well, I'm struggling to get windows out of this thing, but if we could have this,
yeah.
And I put a white cupboard in the background here.
Right. Yeah, I like that, and maybe make that the outside. Maybe make that a friend, a hotel garden. If you
yeah.
Or you could just leave it a friend. Fine.
Messy garden. We'll see.
I mean, it was dark, so but I feel like the garden was probably quite nicely kept. It's okay.
And now we need some.
I don't speak to any of the people involved anymore. So.
Yeah, because of this. Because of the bad memories.
No, just because they were dead.
Well, because of different bad memories, then.
But citation needed. It was possibly I was the dick.
Well, I mean, you are the citation, aren't you? I don't know these people, but you do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's happened.
Just gonna try and get some grass.
It gives me chills just to see this pixel accurate rendition of. Oh yeah, that second grassy one with the light shining through it. Yeah.
Yeah, this. All right, and then I'll just put a bin on this.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. I mean, I don't think there was a bin there. But...
No, but it's a stand-in for mess, isn't it? In the way that Renaissance painters would use symbols and codes for all kinds of things. Just putting a bin there could be a stand-in for a general state of disarray. There we go. Beautiful.
I've also got a really, really small bonus one for you after this, but it's literally it will take seconds.
That's
once we get the location. But yeah, that works for me in terms of the image for sure. I don't know how we make it a more interesting scoring because it was just a little bit. Man, person feels uncomfortable in room.
Well, that's I think where we should draw our attention next. So what I've got written so far is, after a haunted gig in Brighton, a noise musician found themselves lost in the labyrinthine streets of Brighton, on a cellar futon. He got psychically battered by negative orgones, found himself racked with fear about a cupboard, despite the cupboard being nondescript. Perhaps this was the negative energy of subterranean architecture, which sent bad brainwaves from the Victorian era.
What I would like to I mean, it's beautiful. I would like to suggest just for that middle paragraph that despite the cupboard being nondescript, there could actually have been unimaginable eldritch horror just on the other side of those wooden panels, because I didn't check. So from the outside it seemed very nondescript. You know, it was very nondescript. But inside it could have been anything. It could have been all sorts of tentacles in there. It could have been a staircase that somehow went inside itself.
Despite the cupboard exterior being nondescript, the cupboard interior was never checked due to fear.
I think we could just say the contents of the cupboard remain unknown to this day. Because I don't know. Do you know what was in the cupboard?
The contents of the cupboard remain unknown to this very day. That could be an ending sentence, you know.
I like that. That leaves the reader with a whoosh of mist.
Exactly.
Blown across a gravestone. I love it.
Are you happy with all of that? I think that's.
I think that's lovely. I'm sorry that every time I do this, it takes so long for the words to come out of my face.
I think it's good that you shake out every detail from your brain. So what can we title this?
Hi, have you met authors? A spooky cupboard.
I think we can do one better than the spooky cupboard. I got faith in us.
That's a bit too debunking for me. Or I mean, it could be an eldritch cupboard.
The eldritch cupboard,
was
sure.
An eldritch.
The eldritch cupboard.
I feel like just because it was. I feel different. I've just had one thought about the text is that just what made it more more spooky is the fact that everyone else that stayed in that room has also had unpleasant experiences, because that sort of, to me, that's what's more frightening than the cupboard, or more. But yeah. I mean, you don't need to. You can do whatever you like. So.
I've gone with the potentially eldritch cupboard.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because we're not saying that the cupboard was eldritch, are we? It's key to it that we don't know, and we never will.
Well, that's the beauty of something being eldritch, isn't it? Is that it's already more understandably thing, an understandable thing.
Well, what I like about the cupboard is it could very well be understandable.
Oh, yeah,
it hasn't been subjected to the attempt of understanding.
Yeah, I mean, no expert, as far as I know, have been able to debunk the cupboard. So.
Well, and not even any lay people have tried, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah. I mean, I'm imagining the people who live in the house probably just have like their wellies or something in that cupboard.
Yeah, wellies in a cupboard.
Good place. I mean, off season you keep your wellies in the cupboard because you're not needing them, are you?
Yeah, fair enough.
Right, I've got a lightning quick one for you. This will honestly, I will have this done before 52 minutes past 8.
Okay.
But probably by a long shot. So let's go to and I'm not really that fussed about doxing myself. So let's just head, and it's not my house, and it's not anyone's house. So let's come out and go to.
So you're concerned about doxing yourself is kind of irrelevant then? If it's not anyone's house.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it would narrow down the location significantly, but
Milk tree.
I'm pretty sure anyone could find out where I currently Morley exists.
Well, that's the thing you shouldn't say, I think, is by telling them this location is a vital clue to my residence.
It's fine because I'm quite lonely anyway. So if someone did come round for an unscheduled visit, it would probably be quite nice.
I don't think the channel wants to endorse doxing as an anti-loneliness strategy.
But I think legally speaking, for Twitch purposes, please don't use this for any illegal or harassment.
Yeah, if you would like to befriend Laub, there are many above board methods to do so. Hey, why not join the Discord?
Just or subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Yeah, do you think you'd make real friends through that? I think that would actually... They'd become your clients and consumers then. I think you'd be...
I don't think it would be. I think it would just be me on with another platform that I feel my creative outlet is underproduced for. Sorry. So can we go, please? I don't know if I said this. You're just trying to stall so I go past my allocated time, aren't you?
No, I felt the need to disclaim once you started talking about doxing.
Oh yeah. Sorry, good point. So let's go to Scone in Perthshire.
How am I spelling Scone?
Like the cake that you eat.
Oh.
The savoury tea cake. Yeah,
all right.
There you go. Yep, that's it. So let's go. Like my house is literally in front of us somewhere, but let's zoom in a little. Just on the kind of the centre. Let's go. So see where it says Catmure Avenue over to the left. Avon Recruitment, and then there's a little bit that says Catmure Avenue. So in fact, if you mouse over Avon Recruitment and then come down to, that's ridiculous. I was literally just trying to scroll on the map with my finger on my laptop screen as if it was my phone, which isn't how this works at all. And it's basically, let's call it just a little bit down from the road, the cul-de-sac that says Catrin Court.
Are we dropping our pin around here?
Yeah, let's drop it flat bang in the middle of, not on the road, it was a play park that was between sort of two different cul-de-sacs, so it's between this one and the next one down.
So it's somewhere between Catrin Court and Lagan Court.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, it's to the road. It's at the road, the Catmure Avenue roadside. Yep, exactly where you are.
Okay.
So this is our pin, and it is 4-year-old is terrified of King Kong.
King Kong?
King Kong.
Oh, but that's great, yeah. So was King Kong present?
Well, yeah. And I was basically in a little place. It's one of those modernish housing estates, and they sometimes have like little bark chip swing parks, like really small ones that are just a square meter of bark and a swing. So basically, as a child, I think I was 4, thereabout. My brain conjured, and the idea of King Kong appearing above the houses, like looming miles above the houses, looking down. Imagined. I don't know if the imagined is correct. Experienced. Let's say. And I hid. I thought this. Oh shit! It's King Kong. What do I do here? So I hid inside a tire swing, which I don't know if you're familiar with a tire swing with the sort of 3 chains and the big wooden.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's got big, heavy wooden posts
Yeah,
and
yeah.
3 chains, and it's quite a big tire. So I was just sort of crouching down inside the tire, trying to hide from King Kong.
Can I ask a question?
With with a genuine feeling of absolute terror in me. Again, that's maybe the only other time I've experienced that.
So you as a child thought about what it would be like if King Kong arrived, but then immediately blurred that line between reality and imagination. No.
I don't feel like there was I feel like King Kong was just there, and I know it sounds absolutely ridiculous that that King Kong would be massive and behind a house in the state house, looming over it. There is a really interesting mechanic at play in usually like alien abduction experiences, but also ultra terrestrial events where there's a thing called it's called a screen memory, where the brain has to try to
Just bringing back memories.
it's a little bit further than that. Yeah, I mean I was there a couple of weeks ago, but and the play park isn't there anymore. But it was pretty much where it was there on the left where the trees and stuff are.
And so would you have been looking up over here, maybe?
No, I was looking up and right up there. Stop.
Yeah, here.
These 3 sort of little the 3 buildings in a line. Yeah, that's where King Kong was. But yeah, so the screen memory, the screen projection is it's basically the theory is that it's a manipulation of something unknowable, understandable into something which your brain can make. No, it was like if you go back to these houses on the opposite side of the road.
There's more negative space here. If you don't, there's more. If you allow me to fudge it, there's a lot more negative space in the Google Maps shot.
Yeah, sure. It's just it just seems stupider, I think, if he's literally just looking over the houses. But yeah, so I kind. Wow, you've just recreated my horrific childhood. Twice in the same night. This is living dangerously. My resting heart rate will be through the roof.
Sorry, you're talking about a screen memory.
Yeah, it's basically just it's, and I'm not sure whether we're responsible or whether the things from outside are, but it's the idea that because like the whole idea with sort of alien abduction stuff is that you really can't make any sense of it because it's literally alien to you. So your brain fills in all of these kind of either your brain fills it in or your brain is fed a series of things which somehow make more sense than you being abducted by aliens or being something outside of it. So there's a part of me does wonder whether it was some sort of experience like that. I'm going to probably say that it was. I expect it was a 4-year-old's imagination, but it. Yeah, that's the guy.
So the idea is that
That's actually made me feel. You can't you can't process the event, so it is instead rendered as a sort of something that you can. So in this instance, maybe I don't think I was abducted by aliens, but if I did, I could attribute the fact that I saw King Kong above some buildings and it didn't really make sense, and I was terrified to me actually, physically being terrified because I was being abducted by aliens.
So there are people out there who might say, when I was a child, I thought King Kong was coming, and because that doesn't make sense, the only logical explanation is that it was aliens.
Yeah. I mean, it's a double-edged brain mirror.
And do you think it could have been aliens? And if it wasn't aliens, what do you think did happen?
I mean, I've got no reason to believe it was aliens, other than the fact that it makes more sense as a screen projection. As a kid, I didn't really like I have aphantasia, and as a kid, my capacity to imagine, like I couldn't really deal with having an imaginary friend because it was too abstract an idea for me. I was quite straight minded as a kid and quite analytical. I think I didn't imagine anything else, an- anything else with such vivacity that I believed that I saw it.
Mug tree.
It was a sort of one-time event.
And how do you pronounce the name of this town?
That's Schoon.
Schoon?
Schoon, yeah.
See, I pronounce the foodstuff as scone, which would lend itself to the semi-pun scone Kong. But I appreciate viewers from the south of England would be saying scone Kong.
Yeah.
And you'd be saying Schoon Kung?
Schoon. I don't really want to say it because it sounds a little bit like it could be a slur.
Oh, sure.
Construed as a slur.
Would you be happiest for
like
scone Kong?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you could maybe put a... No, it's fine. I was going to say you could put a question mark on the alien, on the spaceship. But yeah, that's good and Kong work. Gone Kong.
People can say it however they like, you know.
Yeah, I mean I imagine it's a fairly limited audience, and if anyone does use this map as a guidebook to arcane sites, then like good luck if they see Donkey Kong above a house that near my auntie's. So, if they did, that would confirm that there is some sort of dimensional disturbance in that area.
On a swing set with a wood chip flooring, a 4-year-old experienced. Now that I'm better understand
I don't project it as an active pencil. It's an active verb. Experienced as.
Experienced is more passive, I think. A 4-year-old experienced King Kong appearing on a housing estate in Scone.
Could
child.
we say like looming above or peering over or something? Because he wasn't wandering about the estate. He was just peering over the houses as if it was sort of something very big looking into something very small, which it would have been.
And then, the 4-year-old experienced King Kong peering over and looming above a housing estate in Scone. The child hid inside a tyre swing.
And can we start that sentence with completely ineffectively, the child hid inside a tyre swing, because a tyre swing offers almost no protection from anything.
About hid badly inside a tyre swing?
Yeah. Very poorly, because it's the badly hiding suggests that maybe it was my fault rather than how small the thing that I'd chosen to hide in was.
Well, surely your choice of things to hide in also is a result of your... That's still your fault, isn't it?
There was nothing else I mean, it was open ground otherwise. King Kong could easily have seen me. Whereas the tyre at least afforded the protection of maybe 4 inches of a part of my body.
And I know you were 4-year-old. And in your retroactive understanding of this, you're not seeing a large gorilla. You're seeing specifically King Kong from the movie King Kong. Or are you saying King Kong to me now as an adult as a shorthand for large gorilla?
I think what I'm probably saying is, I mean, as a 4-year-old, had I ever come into contact? The closest I would ever have come into contact with King Kong, which I probably had, was like the Chewits advert, which was made of plasticine and had a sort of Godzilla and a King Kong fighting over. It's not a tube, a package of Chewit. Maybe that's my experience of it, but I think like there was a Godzilla cartoon when I was a kid, so I'm guessing that like that King Kong is, even though I hadn't seen it, I would be loosely aware of it, just as in the same way that as a kid you're aware of a Dracula and a mummy, and these sort of are not really archetypal, but are the trope horror monster object.
I'm not quite sure whether that's a yes or a no to my question, but it sounds like it's somewhere in the middle that you have a sort of inherited understanding that there is a big gorilla sometimes, but you don't know who King Kong is specifically.
I think I was aware it was King Kong, but in a very loose sense. The archetype of King Kong.
And this last paragraph...
Yes, sorry.
I've written, it is possible that the child was contacted by aliens and the Kong projection was a coping mechanism for the limited human mind to cope with or understand the incoming stimuli. Is that correct?
That's almost perfect. Can we please change the word aliens to ultra-terrestrial?
And that is
ultra-terrestrials. Just one word, ultra. Yep, that's it.
Okay, and you're happy with that text? That describes your experience?
That's got 2 ticks from me.
Perfect. So that is Scone Kong saved to the map.
Why? Thank you. I'm gonna leave now because I've just been cluttering up here with words and noise.
Look at that though.
We've
covered the UK now. Look at how if people wanted to visit all these sites, it would take them ages now.
And what if in a true Alan Moore on Nicholas Hawksmoor shock we zoom out after the next episode and find we've drawn a pentagram across the world.
That would be nice.
Wouldn't it?
Right now,
But
we've
now
drawn
we've said that.
an uppercase
It's a line.
I.
It could well be just dipping into the Fortean mindset. That could easily be the indicator of a powerful ley line that lies across the UK.
Yeah, do you know, if anything, I think it actually is. It's a picture of a ghost. The ghost of the HS2 line.
Aye. Is this satire?
Yeah, there's a little bit of satire, yeah. Just made a little joke.
Is it Rick?
Oh no, Mighty's also made it as well. Wanted to get in there first. Because it was, do you know, it wasn't actually planned to go through Sheffield, it was planned to go through Meadowhall, so we're not actually that far off. You're right, yeah, this would actually put the train line going right through the centre of Rotherham General Hospital from Brixton to Scone, so maybe not quite.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very interested to see if we've that with my best paranormal investigator hat on. We've got a pattern here. We've got a line. Is it travelling in a direction? Are there more points on that line? Or are there more points beyond that line? I think we might be on to something.
Yeah.
Next up's got to be Paris, right? Look, Paris is the next point.
If it just so happens that everyone's first story they want to provide naturally falls on a line that either now goes up to the Faroe Islands or to Paris, right down to Monaco, Palermo, Benghazi, Sudan.
I just don't know what would be possible, like what we could do with that information. If we did, if that the pattern emerged, can you imagine what authority would you contact first and say, "Listen, lad, I don't want to alarm you, but we were doing this messing about thing, and we've discovered a line. We've discovered a schism in reality."
I cannot conceive of an authority that would be alarmed by this. I cannot conceive.
Worrying.
Yeah? By the way, to people in chat, we will have time for one more, but do not feel you need to plot your stories to this line. It wouldn't be a real paranormal line if you forced it, after all.
And also, I don't think ghosts are traditionally like... They're traditionally a bit wavy, aren't they? They're not necessarily geometric.
I would defer to you on that one. I do not know what shape ghosts are. I thought they were conical, if anything.
Yeah. But they're not flat.
They're not flat, no. Ghosts aren't two-dimensional.
Not often flat.
And if they're a line, that would be a one-dimensional ghost. Thank you very much for your stories, Laub.
Thank you so much for having me. Sorry to have gone into such execrable detail. Bye. Thank you, chat.
Goodbye, Laub. The phone lines are open. A line has been established, but do not feel that you need to plot your tales to the line. After all, we just want to know your true tale of unexplained and inexplicable experiences. Have you seen a recurring woman? Have you encountered a cupboard that may have been scary? Or have you have you seen a gigantic gorilla as a way for your limited mind to understand being kidnapped by ultra-terrestrials? Is someone on the line?
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Am I hearable at all?
Yes, I think you should be coming through loud and clear.
Open.
I'll just give it some time to see if chat responds.
They're currently doing a poll on what authority should be informed about the line: the police, the Faroe Islands, Crime Watch, or Paw Patrol.
I say Faroe Islands myself. I'll put that in.
Yeah, let's all vote.
You perceive me. Thank you, Mortal Barrel.
Yeah, I think you're coming through okay.
Okay.
So the workflow that I think is convenient for me, but it's not necessarily the one we have to go in, is location, story, image.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, people are still saying kank.
Yeah, let me I'm not sure I can cank you more than I have. Let me see if I can do it on OBS.
Poll closed.
Okay. Try now.
Hello, am I louder?
You should be louder now.
I hope so.
Great, the floor is
Audible
yours.
Okay, so this is in the village of Upper Wyche, spelt Wyche, in just outside of Malvern in Worcestershire.
We've arrived at Upper Wyche.
Perfect.
The Witch-Free
Now-
Church. That is such a good name for a church.
That is very good. So I can't pinpoint exactly where this is, unfortunately, for two reasons. The first is that it's it's not his house yet, but it will be my dad's house.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I actually don't know where it is. I've been to it, but I cannot remember where it is. I just know it's in this village somewhere.
Well, if there are any defining properties, we can just scroll around and find a property that fits the bill.
Okay. Or we could just put it at the church. I don't mind.
Ooh, what's this? Ace's dust control. Can we put it at Ace's dust control?
Yes, of course. Of course we can.
Oh, great.
Cafe. Just aerial cafe.
Yeah, we've got Malvern Hills Geocenter, UK Cybersecurity Forum, Visit Malvern, Cafe H2O, but Ace's dust control. I feel like it's calling out to me.
Yeah, yeah. Tracy's dead as some dust. Very true, love. So shall I tell the story then?
Yes, please.
So, this was around this time last year. So, my dad and my stepmom have bought this new place, this new resident, and they're basically going to knock it down and build it up again. But we got to see the old house before it was all knocked down, and I can't remember. I know somebody didn't die in the house. It was just previously owned by someone who died, and so that's why it was left. And it's very, very worn down. It was just a bit mouldy everywhere and cold and a bit gaudy in design as well. But that's the main point. Is this area is kind of in the middle of nowhere. The roads do have a bunch of houses around it, but the main thing is there's a lot of fields around. There's a lot of open area around the house, and there was a lot of trees as well. And so it was me and quite a lot of my family as well actually went down to see this house for the first time before it got knocked down. And as we were in the garden, it's like a long garden that goes down on a slope, down a hill. And it's a pretty standard looking garden.
Sorry,
But
I've gotten confused. What's being knocked down? Sorry.
So the house is being knocked down.
But I thought this was a story about them moving into a house in.
No, they're
Malvern.
moving into a house that is going to be built. The land, they've bought the land and they're going to build a house on this land. But when we saw it, it was the old house. So we're seeing the old creepy house that's just full of like, been left for ages and dusty, mouldy, and all that. But the story centers in the garden. And to clarify, this was in the middle of the day as well. So perfectly everything could be seen. But as we were all heading towards the garden and having a look around, it's a long garden down a hill. And there's this big tree on the side. I'm talking like maybe like 3 stories tall. It's a really tall tree, really big. And my dad was trying to describe how he wanted to cut down this tree without breaking everybody else's house. And as we were looking up, we saw something, just a creature just go like boom at the bottom of the tree. And when we all quickly saw it, we could best describe the creature as like, it was like a ball, but it just didn't feel like, it had the proportion kind of more like a, I don't know, like a creature that had paws. It scuttled kind of like a creature that had paws, but it felt like we saw a ball, a wild
rodent.
boar, like a pig rodent. Yes, it was like a giant rat pig. It was really weird, and the fact that it was in bright daylight, it just flew by in like a second. And there were multiple people there. We all saw this creature, but we had no idea what we just saw. And whenever I see my dad these days, I'm always like, have you seen that creature again? He's like, no, I haven't seen it since. It's just this one time we've seen this really big rat pig in this garden, and it's not been seen since. That's basically the story. It's just a weird creature we saw.
Okay, so let's try and depict this. We'll get the best we can of the rat pig. So, what's actually happening to the old house? Is a big, heavy duty JCB-ish thing coming to smash it up, or how do you destroy an old house?
So basically it's just being knocked down, like you said, like a JCB sort of thing. I think it's already happened. I'm not quite sure. I don't really keep up to date with the whole thing, but I believe it's already happened. We obviously take out some of the like appliances and make sure electricity and plumbing and all that's not going to cause any problems. And I think once you kind of ripped the like external stuff out, you just basically JCB down the walls. And I think now it's kind of just empty and something's going to be built on it soon. I think that's the plan.
Okay, that makes sense. Just going to see if Photoshop likes me trying to add a JCB destroying a building, or whether they filtered that out in case it could be used for malicious image creation. Okay, no, there we go. It's not actively in the process of destroying, but I think you could sort of tell something's going on. And then I'll pop the offending creature right in the foreground, and I'll just put rat pig, and I'll just see how this turns out for us.
It's just so weird because it went by so quickly that you didn't really have enough time to process it. But it was a creature that definitely kind of scuttled along almost really quickly under this tree. But it scuttled like, it didn't feel like it had hooves though. So that's what makes me feel like I'm unsure about. Sorry, just seeing the rat picture.
Well, these are just rats. I'm trying to work out how to get a rat pig.
Try rat boar, because it was more like a boar than a pig. It had fur, it felt like it had fur. And it had a snout, but it also seemed like it had paws as well, instead of hooves.
Wild boar with rat head. Oh, and Mighty Fighty's got a good idea, which is we can try and get the base body, and then we'll try and change individual features.
Yeah.
So overall, its body shape was more like a boar.
Yes. And I think it had like a snout.
I made a typo. I wrote wild board.
That is a wild board.
Yeah, it's out in the wild.
You haven't written wild. Oh, I was gonna say you haven't written wild board again.
I feel like I never write boars, so my muscle memory.
You never really think about boars. It's.
I saw a great TikTok of a woman who'd gone on holiday somewhere in Europe, and there were some wild boars, and I think she was just like a bit drunk, and she just screamed, "Fuck off!" at like 6 wild boars.
That's great. Oh, I like how happy this boar looks.
I like this one because it feels it could be ratified. It's got a rattish fur.
Yes. I mean, yeah. It was definitely like grey brown. It felt like it. Yeah, it's just the fact it didn't feel like it had hooves. That's the thing that freaked me out. It didn't sound like it had hooves at all.
Oh yes.
I need time to wait and see. Oh, that's perfect. Look at his little face.
I'll give it one more chance just to see if it does any better. But I'm very happy with these.
Yeah.
Paul open.
This feels like it would lend itself to a very a classic British urban legend style naming convention, which while not sounding very interesting, I think would roll off the tongue, which is just the Malvern rat pig.
Malvern rat pig. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and we'll do a once over on this text then. So here's what I wrote down while you were talking. The year is autumn 2022. A haunted family is building their dream home, but could this dream become a nightmare? It was rumoured in the village that gruesome things happened on this land. Before the dream house could be built, the old property must be destroyed. However, when the family tried to destroy the old house, they saw a pig rodent by a haunted tree. The rat pig still haunts the house, out of sight from the haunted family.
I love it. I mean, I mostly just love the implication that my family's haunted. I mean, it feels like it, so I think it's very accurate.
I've tried to start all of these start with a haunted X.
Paul close.
The old property, yeah. A haunted tree.
I think this might be the one where my use of the word haunt probably tips over into excessive.
Yeah. But you really got to make the point. It's a haunted, the haunted house, haunted family, haunted rat pig.
Rat pig. I think the rat
compared to a normal rat pig.
The rat pig is iconic. I honestly think it would not take much to get people to believe in the rat pig of Malvern.
Believe in the rat pig.
If my aunt or someone said, "Oh yeah, you heard about the Malvern rat pig," I would immediately go, "Yeah, that's just a thing. It sounds like a thing that Brits would talk about."
I mean, with my nibblings, I could make it a thing with them because enough people in my family did see this creature. So we can just make it a new thing for the new generation.
Look at that. It just belongs on the map, doesn't it? You can zoom all the way out, and yet the rat pig still uses up the same amount of space on the screen.
By Ace's, what's it? Ace's Dust.
Yes, which is strange, right? Because the story talks about a place being used to land on which a residential home is being built. But if you do zoom it out, it is a currently operational dust control firm. So I probably should have thought more about
Fossil Bank. Fossil Bank, even better.
And Perseverance Hill. And of course, oh, that's the public toilets. Where's the Witch-Free Church? There it is.
Still there.
God, they played a blinder with that one. Well, that's incredible. It's 10:30 here, so I think that will be our last ghost story of the night. But I like that we have 4 points on the map. If people do info in the chat, that is the link to the Google map. You can link that with your own Google account, and you will have access to the map at any time. So if you are near Rotherham, Brixton, Malvern, or Scone, you can visit these places. And thank you for being the 4th paranormal story of the evening.
No problem. Thank you for having me and listening to my rat pig story.
Always a pleasure. I'm delighted to hear about the rat pig. And thank you to all our guests. Will any of you actually connect the map to your Google account? There's no pressure. I just wonder. To me, that's an exciting element of it. That I could be checking something on a map, and I'll go, "Oh, what's that?" And I'll click on it. And be like, "Oh yeah, it's the Malvern rat pig." To me, that tickles me. How do I connect? If you should be able to follow that link. I don't know, and then something else will happen. And then when you're on Google Maps, if you save it, if you're ever on the app, Google Maps app, or on desktop, you want to go to Saved, and then you pull up your map from there, and you can click it, and it adds to your map. Can you see the new welcome bear? You can do your best. I've not stopped you from triggering the welcome bear. You have a 1 in 16% chance, though, so I wouldn't just spam it now until it comes up, because that could take quite a while. And yet,
thank you so
much for triggering the welcome bear. I love seeing you face in the chat, and I love seeing this community grow from strength to strength. Jones, are you still on the line?
Yes, I'm still on the line.
Do you want to do a welcome bear speech?
Oh God, what's the
Sean,
phrase? I did one. I
thank
can't
you
even
so
know what it
much
is.
for triggering the welcome bear. I love seeing new faces in the chat, and I love seeing this community grow from strength to strength.
Tell me when it starts.
And now.
Thank you
Sean,
so much for
thank you
triggering
so
the
much
bear.
for triggering the welcome bear. I love seeing new
the
faces in the chat, and I love seeing this community grow from strength to
the
strength.
same guy again. Fuck.
Oh, do you know who they are?
No, I who is it? I don't know.
Thank you for triggering the welcome bear. I love to see new faces in the chat, and I love to see this community go from strength to strength.
It'd be great if one of mine came up.
Still can, and people are sort of. It's in a big queue.
It's going up.
Thank you so much for triggering the welcome bear. I love to see new faces in chat, and I love to see this community grow from strength to strength.
I can really hear the wrestling Albert one without actually having the audio on. I just hear the.
Yeah, can you hear this one in your head?
Thank you
Oh
so
yeah,
much
I can hear that one in my head.
welcome bear. Love seeing new faces in the chat. And I love to see this community grow from
Thank you so
strength
much
to
for
strength.
triggering the welcome bear.
Mug tree.
Look, I'll fudge it for everyone. I'll fudge it so the new one comes up so we don't. I'm welcoming people that I've known for quite
Thank
a
you
while
so much.
over and over again.
I love seeing new faces in the chat. And I love to see this community grow from strength to strength.
tree.
Hi, thank you so much for triggering the welcome bear. I love seeing new faces in the chat, and I love seeing this new community go from strength to strength. Hi, thank you so much for triggering the welcome bear. I love seeing new faces in the chat, and I love seeing this new community go from strength to strength.
Double treat.
There you go. New welcome bear reveal.
So
we currently
good.
have 16
Well
welcome
done,
bears in
Ava.
rotation. But the quality just keeps getting better. Okay, thank you for being part of the first Crypt-O-Cartography stream. Are people up for this coming back next Friday? So that next week will literally just be the same schedule as this week. Normal game Wednesday, Ghost Story Friday. Cracking. I may do something over the weekend, although at the moment it's looking like if I do, it'll just have to be a bug zapping one, because really want to get Infinite Referendum working. Yeah, I think that's it for this. Thank you for being our guest, Josie. Thank you to all the guests who appeared.
Problem.
And yeah, now I'll load up the outro and find someone to raid, I think.
Is Catbox going?
Good reminder. Catbox, do you intend on doing the Friday night late with? I'm happy to what's the word? Fill? I could always fill. I'm happy to fill. I know how to find out. I'll just do a quick roll call, which I can thank you all for watching and just find out if Catbox is even around to reply. So, thank you, the Dainty Motorway Service Station, Artafki, the Red Internet Grugger Smith. Do not say my name out loud. Okay. The Strong Counter, Pepsi Scrolls, the Eggy Ginger Nut Biscuit, Red Quixote, the Slippery, Fully Tree Mug, Stacey JT, the Sexy Lucy Lefty, the Zero Ginger Nut Biscuit, Oracle of Truth. Don't put zero in the randomizer. That's fewer people. That's fewer people. Doesn't really work. That's fewer people. I don't know what to tell you. It only pulls the information. Like this is one of the few times where it's nothing I can do really. It relies on the Twitch API and it's not very good. Catbox, you said yo-yo. Does that mean there'll be a Catbox stream? There's a stream? Oh, my Twitch may not have updated. Aha, I see it. I see it. All right, I will see you all later. Thank you again for the company and thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Good night, everyone.
Aren't they all created by a human?
What do you mean? The original dogs were wolves, right? They were invented by God.
Yeah, then they're not dogs if they're wolves.
Wolves are dogs, aren't they? The OG dogs.
Yeah, they're similar, but like dogs came from wolves.
I think we're agreeing, you know. I think we agree.
Yeah.
Live long and prosper. Conan the Barbarian. Glory hole. Okay, sure. Frank Grimy Grimes? Are you just making stuff up now, King of Time? You're just putting random... Ned Flanders? That is perfect. Ned Flanders. That's almost certain. Do you like that it can handle a draw? The old poll couldn't handle a draw. This poll can handle that many draws. Oh, why is it saying that many times? What? Hang on, why are you still saying that? What are you doing over there? Are you doing something? Oh! Oh no. Actually, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine, actually. That's fine. I won't do it anymore. I won't do it anymore. Now.
Okay, bye. Thank you. Bye.
Oh, she's a legend. I love her.
Well, congratulations for coming second. You get... hang on.
Yeah, hang on,
okay,
wait.
the order was best to worst. Hang on. What does this mean? What does this mean?
Wait. So first place, second place, and third place. Twitch got first place.
Yeah. Isn't it?
Okay. People say in the chat, I call him GT Canon. I'm not, but he does die in Super. So it's like he dies 4 times in Canon and 5 times in...
Red Count saying Ben loves GT. Okay, let's see what's won.
It's not true.
So I think there's been an error. However...
I mean...
Turn it into lowercase, and then we'll do a find and replace. So we'll replace all... We'll take the string answer, and then we replace speech marks with nothing. And then we just save it again as answer. Okay, and now... Oh. Let me just reset this one. We'll do another one, and we'll see if that's fixed it. Good job. Yeah, I don't know, it's not working right. Or maybe it is, I don't know. Someone must have added Cummy House. I never wrote that in my life. So, we're on to the rules for... Okay, chat's really angry. And they've got rid of me.
No more. Anything goes. Sean's off stream.
I'm still winning though. You can't take that away from me even if the host has disappeared.
Okay, bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Jenny. Oh, she's a legend. I love her.
Well, congratulations for coming second. You get... Hang on.
Yeah, hang on,
okay,
wait.
the order was best to worst.
Wait.
Hang on. What does this mean? What does this mean?
Wait. So first place, second place, and third place. Twitch got first place.
Yeah.
Roland from Democracy. Accidentally sounded quite fascist. That's not the way I meant it.
Well, no, we do. Democracy, I mean, we're living in Britain. Democracy hasn't produced one single good outcome in our entire lifetimes. But we're not going to call for a dictatorship anytime soon. Unless it was for the environment.
Or money.
Okay. I get all money if someone slipped me some money and said, can I be a dictator? It'd be tempting, wouldn't it?
My eggy pal. Did a big poo. I will marry my gun before I let anyone else win. What the fuck? What fuck, Christ, eh? Falling into the sea. He was my father. Someone ate my egg. I was sad. Gun. It's so warm here in Australia. The Nordic region's covered in shower gel. I bit man. That's story 1.
Rolling in front of democracy. Accidentally sounded quite fascist. That's not the way I meant it.
Well, no, we do. Democracy, I mean, living in Britain, democracy hasn't produced one single good outcome in our entire lifetimes. But we're not going to call for a dictatorship anytime soon. Unless it was for the environment.
Or money.
Okay. I get all money if someone slipped me some money and said, can I be a dictator? Tempting, wouldn't it? Live long and prosper. Conan the Barbarian. Glory Hole. Okay, sure. Frank Grimy Grimes? Are you just making stuff up now, King of Time? You just putting random... Ned Flanders? That is perfect. Ned Flanders. That's almost certain. No, stop voting for cock and balls. Hey, wait, what problem do you think we're trying to solve here? Do you remember what led us here?
If we keep voting for cock and balls, we'll have to do it again.
Yeah.
Oh god. I'm crying as well. Rolling in front of democracy. Accidentally sounded quite fascist. That's not the way I meant it.
Well, no, we do. Democracy, I mean, living in Britain, democracy hasn't produced one single good outcome in our entire lifetimes. But we're not going to call for a dictatorship anytime soon. Unless it was for the environment.
Or money.
Okay. I get all money if someone slipped me some money and said, can I be a dictator? Tempting, wouldn't it? Live long and prosper. Conan the Barbarian. Glory Hole. Okay, sure. Frank Grimy Grimes? Are you just making stuff up now, King of Time? You just putting random... Ned Flanders? That is perfect. Ned Flanders. That's almost certain. Yeah, I don't know. It's not working right. Or maybe it is. I don't know. Someone must have added Cummy House. I never wrote that in my life. So, we're on to the rules for... Okay, chat's really angry. And they've got rid of me.
Oh, no.
No more. Anything goes. Sean's off stream.
I'm still winning though. You can't take that away from me even if the host has disappeared.
Live long and prosper. Conan the Barbarian. Glory Hole. Okay, sure. Frank Grimy Grimes? Are you just making stuff up now, King of Time? You just put in random. Ned Flanders? That is perfect. Ned Flanders. That's almost certain. The one it gave me was very good, but it didn't have anything to do with monotremes. And why would it?
I'm worried now.
You shouldn't be. This is so good. This is just... We do need a third thing.
Yeah, Krampus good.
Now I'll find out what it is. Random now. I think this one will solve it. An interesting request. I'll try to generate some anime-style monologues for you. Here are 4 possible examples. I can't believe it! This is the best shower gel ever! It feels so refreshing and soothing on my skin. The scent of the tea tree and mint is invigorating and relaxing at the same time. It makes me feel like I'm in a spa in the Nordic regions. Surrounded by snow and nature. I love it! No, no, no! You can't use that shower gel.
Bowling from democracy. Accidentally sounded quite fascist. That's not the way I meant it.
Well, no, we do. Democracy, I mean, we're living in Britain. Democracy hasn't produced one single good outcome in our entire lifetimes. But we're not going to call for a dictatorship anytime soon. Unless it was for the environment.
Or money.
Okay. I get all money if someone slipped me some money and said, can I be a dictator? Tempting, wouldn't it? No, stop voting for cock and balls.